fill the mama's box in with hay because she is eating a lot, and she's eaten quite a bit of the hay off the top of the babies. I carry the hay in a box so that I'm not losing all the leafy bits to the ground. And then I always keep pumpkin bits in there for the mama. I think she may have already made it through the last we brought out, so we need to cut up another one and bring it out for her. I have hay in here for everybody else as well. It's in the 20s today. And just so you know, we have successfully kindled bunnies in February when it's in the negative teens. As long as they have a nice cardboard box, lots of straw, and lots of wool pulled off by mama, they are just fine. Okay guys, so this is the first time we're going to check on the bunnies.
And
I have brought them into a warm place. My hands are warm. And we're just going to count them. I think we have one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Does that look right?
I don't know.
Okay, stop.
Everybody's
Pause it,
backing
and
up.
I'm going to go get another box. Okay, so this is their new box. And I see that one of them is a runt, so I'm going to bring that one up to the top.
Can I have a run? When can I have a run? Can I
Well,
have-
we don't know if the runt will live, honey. That's the problem with being a runt.
So that one's the runt?
The really skinny looking one.
That one or that one?
Would you please back up? Thank you.
And I'm going to take this and put it at the bottom because I see that I've got a space down there. Excuse me.
This mama was a really good mama.
Let me check through and make sure. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this guy's skinny. He doesn't have the full belly that the others do. 4, 5, 6, 7. So if we're not careful in checking for babies, we're going to take all the wool and put it back over the top of them.
And we should probably go get a small bottle to feed
We're
that.
not going to get a small bottle. That would kill them.
The runt. Not sure the runt will live.
So the more wool we can get over the top of them, the better. The wool is much better for them than the hay.
Yeah.
The reason we have the extra hay over the top of them is because this mama did not pull very much wool.
But it seems like she did. Because I'm starting to get it in my nose.
So check and see there's no dead babies. Get all the wool back on there. And it has been down in the 20s. And if the babies can't get in and out of the wool good enough, in and out of the hay good enough, then they can't climb up when mama gets up to nurse them. So I'm a little bit worried about the fact that there was one that is looking quite skinny.
And you can see that the wool is wiggling. I thought there was 9.
Now, are they going to be able to crawl through all that much wool and that much insulation to get to mom?
Yes, it's this sticky stuff, this stick stuff, that makes it
Difficult
harder.
to move through.
Yeah, so if I have to keep putting hay on top of them, that's where there's kind of a problem, is that they have a hard time getting through the hay. So That'll keep them warmer, because they were kind of huddled up right here in the middle.
I know one.
If they were huddled up right here in the middle where all the wool was all the way back here.
And I think I got a little plan. Maybe you could put a little bit of my wool in there.
Well, it has to smell like the mama's wool. That's the thing. It has to smell like mama.
Why?
Because otherwise she won't come back to her babies.
It's very dangerous. It doesn't come back to babies.
I put the ducks back into the greenhouse, the chicken greenhouse, because here in a couple weeks it's going to be a lot colder. And what I will do is I will put my greenhouse door back on. Can you see it? This is my greenhouse door. I took it off in the summer. But if I don't put the greenhouse door on, I'm going to put a blanket across that opening. And they're all going to try and fight now, which is lovely. What I need to do is extend this out here so that I can go in right here, because I've made this space a little too tight to get in easily, and close the door again. And you see what ducks do is they will come out into the cold snow and sit there rather than going into the warm greenhouse. They're nutty. So this is the duck house. I have their water here, and when it gets cold like this, what I will need to do is take one bucket into the house and let it thaw so I can dump it out, and bring the previously thawed bucket, fill it with water, and leave it here. Because I am grain intolerant, it's hard for me to scoop food up and have it get on my face. So what I do is I carry it by the ends down here by my legs and just kind of lift it on my foot and carry it out to where it needs to be. And then I tip it so that it's pointing towards their pen. I cut a hole in the bottom, and then it free feeds. And all I have to do is just lift up the end a little bit to feed more down. And on that note, try to remember to give your children instructions. It's hard to remember everything that you need to tell them. But I had this working out here previously, and Paige came out and thought it would be really fun to take the bag and spread it out. The only way that this works is if it stays in the bag until you lift that corner. If you spread it out, because it's already been chopped, it just incorporates with the snow, and then it's a whole bag wasted. And then she also put it right next to the water, and so the ducks got water on it, and now it's frozen solid to the ground, so I can't even get the bag off the ground now. So we had a very stern talk with her about playing with things that were not hers, that she's not received instructions on, because that would have fed them for 6 weeks if she hadn't got into it. So I have it tipped, pointing towards the pen, and I can do it without getting dust up in my face. So this is what it looks like right now. I really need to get in here and trim these back and put new stakes in the ground to grow up in the spots where they didn't sprout up, to create new uprights, and I need to come in here and spread out the other mulch. And I also need to take down the smaller raised beds, because I need to build them bigger and taller and put cardboard underneath the sides so that we don't have, what's it called, bindweed, so that we don't have bindweed coming up and through when we water. So that's what I need to do in here. And it will be fun. I just, the ground underneath the mulch is not frozen. It works really, really well to have the deep mulch system, because then if I needed to come out and dig a hole or something, I wouldn't be working in frozen ground. The mulch keeps everything from freezing really well. And it should be better now that I don't have the ducks back here. What they've been doing is they've still been getting in and trying to drink the goat's water. And you can see there's still a little bit of a skim on the water, even though I've changed it just because the bucket was retaining some of that. So over the next couple days, I'm going to, that is clean fresh water that I've changed twice. and that is why I moved the ducks into where they are now. The other reason is that once I get my hotbeds done, I don't want the ducks trying to get into my raised beds. And I have a whole pile of lumber over there by the clothesline that I can use to do my raised beds, and I will be doing a lasagna garden type situation, hotbed type situation. And if you haven't read Jack First, his book about hotbeds, you should totally read it because it's fascinating and it totally works. Go check out our other video about hotbed growing in January. You see how broad these girls look compared to, so she's got a bit of a belly, and Empress definitely has a bit of a belly. Chamomile, you can see right there, that hollow spot. She is not pregnant, so she has more of a hollow spot, whereas Chai has no hollow spot, and Empress definitely has no hollow spot. So I would imagine the Empress has more babies in her than Chai does, but it's also her second time. And then Chamomile has that hollow spot. Now, when they get closer to being pregnant, when they get closer to delivering, that hollow spot can come back, and they'll just be all belly and kind of hanging low. But you can see there's no hollow spot here right now. And they are both due in March, which is a good time. And she is so grateful not to have duck crap in her water anymore. And it's colder now. Well, it's consistently cold. Not as cold as it was a couple weeks ago when it was -4. And they aren't shivering. That richer hay is really helping. I'm making sure that they get enough. What? I'm not greening the pregnant girls up right now because that richer hay is giving them enough nutrition, but I am giving Chamomile a little bit of whole wheat. So, there we go. There's chores for the morning.